If you've ever been in a high pressure situation where you just can't think straight, this video is perfect for you. There's a deeper science as to why that happens. And today I'm going to share with you a simple hack that I've taught to hundreds of leaders so that they can feel grounded and regulated no matter what the situation. The truth is, you can't think your way out of stress. That's why this hack works so well. You can use it before high-stake meetings, difficult conversations, or any stressful situations you have to face. This can become your secret superpower and isn't part of usual leadership skills training. But there are some mistakes to watch out for, so stick around until the end of the video so you don't make them and become an unshakable leader. What I'm about to show you isn't mindset work or more positive thinking. It's a nervous system intervention that takes 90 seconds, and it's what I've taught hundreds of professionals over the years. It works even when you're convinced nothing will work. So in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to walk you through 3 things. 1, what's actually happening in your nervous system when you're under pressure. 2, the exact 90-second technique that brings you back to calm and regulated thinking. And 3, when and how to use it in real leadership situations. What I'll teach you isn't purely theory. This has worked for myself, for my executive coaching clients, and will work for you too. I've spent 25 years working in global leadership development and business psychology, from executives in Fortune 500 companies to stressed out entrepreneurs building their startups. I see this again and again. Brilliant people making terrible decisions because no one taught them that your brain literally cannot think straight when your brain and entire nervous system is in fight or flight. This is full-on survival mode that kept us alive 100,000 years ago when we got attacked by a dangerous predator or endured blistering storms and freezing temperatures. Our stress hormones got us through these dangerous situations, but unfortunately completely backfire on us when it comes to modern stress and where we need our executive brain the most. So let me show you the technique that actually works, starting with what's happening in your body when you're under pressure. This part of your brain, your amygdala, is your threat detection system. It's constantly scanning your environment for danger. And when you perceive a threat, whether it's a real physical threat or just an important meeting, it activates your sympathetic nervous system. That's fight or flight. You've probably heard that before, but what most people don't understand is that when fight or flight activates, blood flow gets redirected away from your prefrontal cortex, this part right here, which is where strategic thinking and emotional regulation happens. So you literally, physiologically, cannot think strategically when you're in fight or flight mode. This is not a willpower issue. It's not about being stronger-minded or tough enough. It's simple but powerful physiology. So those nerves that you're getting about that difficult meeting, that important presentation, your nervous system is literally working against you in these moments, which is why traditional advice like just stay calm or think positive doesn't work. You can't think your way out of a nervous system pattern, but you can start at the root cause and powerfully reset your nervous system in 90 seconds. I'll show you how. This technique is called the physiological sigh and uses the power of breath. It was researched at Stanford and is one of the fastest ways to down-regulate your nervous system and bring you back into regulation where you can think straight again. I'm going to demonstrate it right now and then we'll do it together. So just watch me first. You're going to take 2 inhales through your nose. First, take a sharp inhale into your belly, and then you top it up with a small second inhale like this. You then do 1 long extended exhale through your mouth. And that's it. 2 sharp inhales through the nose, and then 1 long exhale through the mouth. Maybe let me explain why this works. Those 2 inhales, especially that second top-up one, reinflate the little air pockets in your lungs that unfortunately collapse when you're stressed. And that long exhale activates your vagus nerve, which is like the brakes on your stress response. Really focus on extending the exhale each time a bit more. This is where the real magic happens. So we're using biology to shift biology, not willpower, not positive thinking, actual direct nervous system intervention. Okay, so now let's do it together. I'll do it with you. Take 2 inhales through your nose. And 1 long exhale through your mouth. Good. Now let's do it one more time so you really get the rhythm. 2 inhales through the nose. Long exhale through the mouth. Excellent. This should already start working for you a bit. You might have noticed your shoulders relaxing or your jaw releasing. Or maybe you just took a deeper breath than you have all day. That's fantastic. That's your nervous system down-regulating in real time. You will probably still notice some tension or any other sensations, so continue a few more rounds if you can. I recommend you do 6 to 10 rounds, which takes about 90 seconds, depending on how stressed you are. When you've got more time, do it for 10 to 15 minutes to get the full powerful force of this technique. This calming effect can then last 4 hours. You can even monitor your stress levels on your smartwatch if you have one. I've seen on mine that this technique brings down my worst stress outbursts. So if you've got one too, try it out and see what happens to your measures. There are more advanced techniques I use with my private coaching clients, but I don't want to overwhelm you right now. So now you've got this effective technique, you can use it before any high stakes situation, that presentation, that difficult conversation, that decision you've been avoiding. Do a few rounds of this. It takes 90 seconds and you can do it at your desk, in your car, in the bathroom before the meeting, anywhere almost. I've even used it secretly myself during meetings when I noticed my stress levels rising. I've coached CEOs to do this before board presentations and business owners to ease their tightness in their chests before important client meetings. But what's important is that you're not trying to eliminate the stress. That's not possible. You're just bringing your prefrontal cortex back online so you can think straightforward while you're under pressure. You want to feel present, focused, and energized, not flat or too relaxed, just regulated. And you'll have this moment where a decision that felt overwhelming suddenly feels manageable. Not easy, but manageable. That's what regulated leadership at optimum energy level feels like. Now, this technique, the physiological sigh, is just one of the nervous system interventions I teach in my coaching framework with leaders and executives. And here's what I've learned after working with hundreds of executives across nearly every industry. The technique you need depends on your own personal stress signature. Some leaders are what I call sympathetic activators. Their nervous system goes straight into fight or flight. This technique is perfect for them. But other leaders are freeze or fawn responders. They shut down under pressure. They need completely different interventions that activate that energy flow again. If you want to understand your specific stress signature, I've got a free assessment. It takes just a few minutes and you can find the link in the description. It will show you exactly which nervous system pattern you're dealing with and how to optimize this back into a superpower rather than accepting it as a massive stumbling block to your success. But regardless of your stress signature, what I showed you will work for anyone in that moment where you need to think clearly under pressure and when your energies are overactivated. Let me give you a real example. I worked with a founder who was preparing for a series of fundraising. He's a really smart guy and built a 7-figure company in no time. But his success was built on massive stress hikes. And every time he got in front of investors, he'd speed up his speech, his hands would shake, and he'd forget key points from his speech, literally. This is classic sympathetic activation that I recognize from myself, to be honest. His amygdala was treating investors like threatening sharks. I taught him this technique and we practiced together. He started doing a few rounds for about 90 seconds right before walking into the room. And his first pitch after learning it, guess what? He said it was the first time in 2 years he felt like himself in front of the investors. Not that he was not nervous anymore, he was, but he could think. He could read the room. He could adapt his pitch based on their questions and show up with magnetic presence rather than a bag of nerves. That's what nervous system regulation gives you, access to your strategic thinking under pressure. In my one-on-one coaching and at my leadership retreats, we go much deeper. We build your personalized nervous system protocol based on your specific pattern. But this technique alone can change how you show up in high stakes moments. Now, there are some common mistakes people do make with this. Number one, you're doing just one big breath. That doesn't work. And the common advice, just take a deep breath, is totally counterproductive in situations like these. You need the 2 inhales to release carbon dioxide effectively and to fully reinflate those air pockets in your lungs. They also help maximize then the releasing, relaxing exhale. Mistake number 2, you might be rushing through it. You need to do it for at least 90 seconds. So if you're trying to do it for just 20 seconds, it won't work as effectively. Slow down and make the most of these 90 seconds. 1 or 2 minutes is what you can invest when it matters the most. Mistake number 3. You're expecting to feel completely calm and no energy activation. That's not the goal. You want to feel focused and present, not flat. And if it doesn't work the first time, you're probably still in high sympathetic activation. Most of us are chronically stuck in our stress pattern because of constant modern stress. So do a few more rounds. Practice a bit every day. It's cumulative. Almost like a gym workout. You do it just once and it's not as effective as if you do it more regularly. The more you practice, the quicker you will be able to reactivate your calming nervous system, even under stress. The goal is not to never feel stress. The goal is to be able to regulate your energies and think strategically while you're under pressure. That's what separates good leaders from exceptional ones. So here's what you can do now. First of all, try this technique as soon as you feel your energy getting out of control and your brain going offline before your next meeting, before that difficult email, whenever you need it. See how it feels in your body and how you can come back into your brain. Next step, go take that stress signature assessment. It's free. It's just a few minutes and it will tell you exactly which nervous system pattern you're operating from. The link is right below. And step 3, if you want to go deeper, you can work with me directly. I coach executives and business leaders personally to lead with magnetic presence. And I also host 1-week leadership retreats where we work on your specific stress signature within a small exclusive group of other leaders. You'll travel to magical places like Mykonos, one of my favorite places in the world. These executive energy retreats are highly transformational experiences. So make sure to register your interest early if that's something that speaks to you. All the links can be found in the description. Either way, starting with your nervous system assessment is a great first step so you know what you're working with. I hope this video has been helpful to you. Please let me know in the comments how you've found this technique. I will personally reply Also, let me know if you've got any questions surrounding magnetic leadership or any other topics. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.